Hi, this will be for week 1 in the G shape with All I Ever Loved Was You. I'm going to go over the song slowly so you can practice to that, and then after that I'll show you the individual moves between each of the chords. So let's get started. All I ever loved was you. You broke a heart that cried for you. I've wasted all my tears on you. For all I ever loved was you. Go out and find somebody new, but you'll be sorry if you do. You'll never find a love so true. For all I ever loved was you. All I ever loved was you. You broke a heart that cried for you. I've wasted all my tears on you. For all I ever loved was you. Let him buy you rings and diamonds too, but you'll be sorry if you do. You'll never find a love so true. For all I ever loved was you. All I ever loved was you. You broke a heart that cried for you. I've wasted all my tears on you. For all I ever loved was you. For all I ever loved was you. Okay, and I'm going to get this aimed at my left hand. So, the first walk, that's G up to D. So you're going to do the boom chuck. All I ever loved was you. So you're walking up the A string, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, up to the open D of the D chord. All I ever loved was you. One more time. All I ever loved was you. I'm going to keep going now. You broke a heart. Okay, so you're on the D. Broke, open A, 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the A string. Grab your C chord. So the motion is open, 2nd fret, 3rd fret under the pinky. So, broke a heart that cried for you. So you've gone up to the C, then you're going down from the C, kind of just the reverse of the walk up into C is the walk down to the G. So, broke a heart that cried for you. I'll do that again. You broke a heart that cried for you. One more time. You broke a heart that cried for you. I'm going to keep going. I've wasted all my tears on you. So you're on G. Wasted all my, open A, second fret of the A string, grab your C. One more time. I've wasted all my tears on you. One more. I've wasted all my tears on you. For all. Okay, so let's go back to the G. I've wasted all, up to C, my tears on you. Now you're going to walk to D. For all I ever loved was you. So that's a little cluster of stuff you've already done. So I'll start at the top and go slowly. All I ever, up to D, loved was you. Gonna go up to C next. You broke a heart, down to G, cried for you. I've wasted all my tears on you, up to C, now up to D. For all, up to C, I ever, down to G, loved was you. Do that a couple more times. All I ever, up to D, loved was you, all on the A string. You broke a heart that cried for you. I've wasted all my tears on you. For all I ever loved was you. I'm going to play through without the walk-ups so that you can play along with me without bothering with the walk-ups. All I ever loved was you. You broke a heart that cried for you. I've wasted all my tears on you. For all I ever loved was you. You notice going through like that. All I ever loved was you. 1-5, you broke a heart. 1-5 for you. See what I'm doing? I'm by alternating the 1-5, 1-5, 1-5. 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5. I think that's right. You get the point. The alternating bass is kind of like the walks. They're different notes, and so it's going to provide a nice sound, even if you're just strumming. Another thing to keep in mind when you're doing this, the right hand is basically moving along as if it's boom chucking, even if you're just walking. Does that make any sense? Watch my right hand here. All I ever loved was you. It's not stopping. You broke a heart that cried for you. Instead of going all the way through with a boom chuck, I've wasted all my tears on you. Still going down for the beat. For all I ever loved was you. If that makes sense to you. The motion of the right hand, in other words, ideally, you're not stopping and starting in between the moves. You kind of keep the right hand going and integrate the walk into the motion of the right hand. So that'll get you started with this. The last thing I did when I was tagging, in other words, repeating the last line at the end of the song. I've wasted all my tears on you. For all I ever loved was you. Here it comes. So you're on G. The walk begins on the 2nd fret, 3rd fret, ring finger on the 4th fret. This is a chromatic walk up to D, the open D. So wasted all my tears on you. Here come bum bum bum. All I ever loved was you. I'll do that a couple more times. I've wasted all my tears on... Oh, shoot, messed it up. Wasted all my tears on you. Here it comes. For all I ever loved was you. I'll do it again without messing it up. I've wasted all my tears on you. Here it comes. For all I ever loved was you. One more time. I've wasted all my tears on you. For all I ever loved was you. The thing I did at the very end, that's a partial G run. We'll go over G runs and D runs throughout the course. But to introduce the G run, what it is, you've heard maybe in bluegrass style. That stuff, well, that's just a G run. So it's hit the bass note, keep your hand on the G chord, hammer on, nah, that was bad. Don't do it like I just did it. Do it like this. Now, I'm going to show you something with the right hand that I didn't go over in class, which is called the rest stroke. In classical guitar, from the bass notes, they play through the string. In other words, they're plucking the string but pushing through it and landing on the string below. And that gives a real good purchase on the string and a nice tone. Same thing when you're using a flat pick. Now I'm not lifting my hand in order to go through that. I'm just pushing through the hammer on the A, land on the D string, push through the D, and push through the G. So the G run is a punctuation. It signals you're ending your phrase, you're ending the song. It's just a little bit of fanciness. And you can do it in more complicated ways. Okay, that's just one extra hammer on. So you hammer on the A, hammer on the D. Only you're using just the index finger on each of those strings. So a fancier version of that, we'll go over this in class. It's not crucial at all right now, but sounds slick. It's the same stuff, same basic moves. In this case, open A, first fret, second fret. Do it again. Hammer, that's just a hammer. You've plucked it once. Push through to the D. Push through to the G. The rest stroke stuff is useful when you're trying to be heard. If you really want to be have it to bark out, and it's also useful when you're doing walk-ups and walk-downs. If what you're doing is indicating to people where the beat is, so if I'm doing a boom chuck. I'm using the rest stroke. I'm not taking the pick off of the string except to push through it. You just get a much firmer purchase on the string by doing that. You can also do it without the rest stroke, but it's a good tool to have in your right hand when you really want to make a forceful string sound. So I think that's it for today. I hope that's helpful. Thank you very much. I'll see you all next week.